Run.
That's right, folks. Run, and we are back with another problem with that. Today's problem with that is going to be the incentive-based pay. There's some knowledge in this, but you ever notice how the moment you start paying people extra to do something, they somehow start doing less of what actually matters? That's the problem with incentive-based pay. On paper, it sounds perfect. Reward performance, motivate workers, drive results. It's clean, it's logical, it's very spreadsheet friendly. But in the real world, it gets messy fast. Because the moment you attach money to a specific outcome, you don't just encourage behavior, you distort it. Take sales. You tell someone, hey, you'll earn more if you sell more. Sounds fair, right? But now they're not focused on helping the customer. They're focused on closing the deal. It doesn't matter if the product fits. It doesn't matter if the customer actually needs it. It doesn't even matter if it's a bad decision long term. Because the incentive isn't doing the right thing. The incentive is getting the sale. And suddenly trust disappears. Now take healthcare. You pay based on number of patients seen. Procedures done. Boxes checked. What happens? Doctors rush appointments. Hospitals prioritize quantity over quality. Care becomes a checklist instead of a conversation. Because again, the incentive isn't better outcomes, it's more measurable activity. And that's where the whole system starts to crack. Incentive-based pay only works when the thing you're measuring is the thing you actually care about. Most of the time, it's not. We measure what's easy, not what's important. You can count sales, you can count calls, you can count output. But you can't easily measure honesty. You can't measure long term trust. You can't measure doing the right thing when no one's watching. So guess what gets ignored? Now here's where it gets even worse. People aren't dumb. The moment a system is built, people figure out how to game it. You pay for speed, they cut corners. You pay for volume, they lower quality. You pay for ratings, they beg for good reviews. You didn't motivate excellence, you motivated optimization of the system. And those are two very, very different things. There's even this weird side effect nobody talks about. Incentives can actually kill motivation. Someone enjoys doing something, takes pride in it, and suddenly tied to money, now it's not a passion, it's a transaction. And once it becomes a transaction, people start asking, is it worth it? And if the answer is ever not really, effort drops. So instead of building a culture of ownership, you create a culture of negotiation. I'll do this if it pays more. And suddenly everything has a price tag. Now, don't get it twisted. People deserve to get paid well. That's not the issue here. The issue is thinking you can engineer behavior perfectly with bonuses and targets. Because humans don't work like machines. They do respond to pressure, sure. But they also respond to fairness, purpose, and trust. And incentive-based systems, yeah, well, they tend to overlook all three. They assume people need to be pushed to perform, when sometimes they just need space to care about what they're doing. So what do companies end up with? Short-term games, long-term problems, and a workforce that constantly is chasing the next payout instead of building something meaningful. Because even when action is tied to reward, nothing is tied to responsibility. And the problem with that is you don't get better work. You just get people that can game the system better.
Oh shit! Oh shit!